I've seen countless people come home and go back to prison, not because they wanted to go to prison, not because there weren't opportunities, but mainly because they weren't prepared. The reason I'm here today is to help you prepare for your release. Most people come back to jail not because they want to be there, but because while they were there, they failed to plan. So I designed this video to help you not to get a job, not to find housing. The objective of this video is to help you to start thinking about what it means to be free. I have 5 brothers and sisters. We lived in the Dorchester section of Boston. And at the time, you was a kid. You played, you ran around the streets, you rode your bike, you came home after school, you ate dinner. And like most kids, that was my life. But the only problem was my father had a habit of beating up my mother. So we went through the kicking the doors off hinges, screaming and yelling, lots of fights, black eyes. And my father's a big guy. So there was a lot of that going on. Then eventually, she got him out of the house and he was just gone. So I didn't really understand where it started, where it ended, and he was just gone one day. Wanted nice things, my mother couldn't afford to buy them for me. So in the urban settings in any city in this country, there's fast ways to make money on the street. I started out selling reefer in the park. Then I moved up to robbing people who sold reefer in the park. Then I moved up to stealing cars, and I just kept going. Before long, I was just in the streets full time. But at some juncture, that run comes to an end. And mine came to an end in Middlesex District Courthouse. And they started reading off state sentences. Because as I was doing, what I was doing as a juvenile was one thing. When I turned 17 and became an adult, it took on a whole nother consequence. So I'm doing the same things I did just 3 months ago, but now I'm deemed an adult. And adults don't get the same leeway kids get. Prison is no different than the street, minus a 40-foot wall. It's actually even worse, because you have 1,000, 2,000 men in a confined space, all of them hustlers, all of them criminals, all of them looking to get over, and they can only get over on each other. So my thinking was, I want to be, like everybody else before me, the toughest guy in the prison system. That was my goal. So I sat in the new man section of the state max prison and said, hey, I want to be one of the toughest guys in here. And when I came out of my cell, they put me in a regular unit, that was my focus. First 10 months, fights, stabbings, murders, every day. Is there something happening? Every day. Because you have 2,000 men locked in a confined space, angry, mad, and disgruntled. So I did extremely well as far as moving through the prison system, moving through the hierarchy, making power plays, plugging myself in, aligning myself with the people I need to align myself with. Since I was a good thinker, as well as being a good tough guy, I did better faster than most. Nothing else mattered, nothing else existed. That space, when God intervened, gave me that time to get a new focus. So I said, well, what do I want? I said, first, I want to be free. Nobody likes to be confined. Nobody should be confined. But I realized just being free wasn't enough, so I had to get a plan. So I decided I want to go to college because college people tend to be successful. I want to be successful. So I said I want to go to college, and I picked Harvard University. It was the biggest thing I could think of. So when I came out my cell the next day, I had a new focus. Becoming free, getting out of prison, and going to college at Harvard University. And that was the crux of me changing, not my life, but my focus.
They say time heals all wounds, and well, you done your time in dark rooms where brothers cry out and others die out under full moons that they ain't seen in years, cause ain't no clear windows here, and it ain't no real kinfolk here, it's only wounds. Only fiends and peers with the meanest fears. And in real life you feel like your dreams is near, but reality is you just want to show that you're clean and clear and that your freedom's here. Now your screams and tears must be transferred into a means to hear the truth. And the truth is, you ain't going back. You much rather decide to stand and get your life on track. Ain't got no time for no gray areas. All you need is right or black, either right or wrong. You need to live and make sure that your life is long. Instead of you serving life alone with a wife at home, you'd much rather master your mind and make sure your might is strong. To you, you're just another guy who's been given another try, transformed into a butterfly. So when I see you flutter by, your wings be like something I ain't never seen before. So unique, and when they get weak, God allows you to soar. And it's funny, cause before, you was only a worm, crawling on your belly, trapped on the floor, with your mother in the back like, Lord, save my baby, cause I know that he's made us so much more. But you only saw God as a no-touch Lord, which is why the streets just seem to have so much lore. You was caught like meat in the cold cut ore, trapped like in Iraq in this endless war. But this morning, you woke up smiling. This morning, you woke up cheesing, happy to be alive another day to die for what you believe in. This morning you woke up smiling, not mourning or grieving about this evening, cause every moment that you got for breathing seems like more than a good enough reason for you to smile. See, you are the example of a grown man transformed into an infant child. See, you're different now. You've been set free. You know, you get no credit. You're still debt free. You've been given a designation to start a celebration, so if you can't find nothing to celebrate for, then please let me. Cause this morning, the first one in a long time that you woke up smiling. They say time heals all wounds. And well, brother, you done your time. So now your wounds are healed. And they transform themselves into wisdom.